Alright everybody, and welcome back to another new world between the streams. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the state of the game as I run through this beautiful zone called Ebonscale. So, let's go ahead and get started here. First off, I am still enjoying the game immensely, despite stuttering like that. And there are some issues going on. Firstly, let's go ahead and take a look at our map real quick here. As you can see, Stray Dogs still owns 2 territories. And there's a healthy presence of purple still on the map. Yellow has started to make their presence known. Yesterday, the company that owned Monarch's Bluff, which was a green company, lost their territory to a new player in the field, which is interesting. I was actually in that war and helped Yellow take it. We have a tentative alliance with pretty much all colors at this point. We're just, right now, not really at each other's throats, just having fun. I myself actually have a lot of friends in the other factions of other colors, and there's some pretty cool people on the server. As for the server itself, I think we peaked at like 360 the other day, and something like that. So like our server is probably one of those that are either going to get merged into another one, or players are going to merge into ours. Either way, our population has been rather healthy. Looking forward to seeing what this merge brings. I want to have faith that Amazon is gonna, and the New World devs are gonna do this properly, and it sounds like they're taking a lot of caution before putting out any of this stuff. Not to be a downer, but honestly, there's so much that could go wrong. I'd be very surprised if something didn't. There's been a track record of things going sideways, not to the full fault of Amazon or anything like that, but you know, we'll have to see what happens. Honestly, I hope it all goes really well. But, yeah, so that's where we're at with that. And then we've got all these other issues with, I don't know if anybody else have had this issue, but I will be just running around and all of a sudden the game will stutter, and then my character will blink in and out of existence, and or stutter, or start running sideways, or start running backwards, and then right after this ends, it's like I fell off of a really high place and landed, because my character will make the scream like you had fallen, and then I'm like, it feels like my character is CC'd for a very brief moment before I'm able to start running at full speed a bit again, which is highly frustrating, but more so in wars or in Outpost Rush, when you're needing to run back and forth from players or to players, or if you're chasing somebody, it can be a little frustrating. The recent updates have fixed a lot of problems, including Resilient that the PvP set has on it, which is awesome. But now that everybody was speccing into physical gems, I'm noticing that I'm getting smashed by ice gauntlets. So I recently put in my boots an ice ward. I'm going to change out 2 of these physical gems for elementals. And then we'll go from there. I do have accessories that block fire damage, which is nice. So like I'm in pretty good shape to just switch out 2 gems and not really have to worry about it. But now that Resilient isn't broken again, and everybody's running the PvP set a little bit less, I'm noticing that players are melting a lot easier, but this also means that great axes, once again, are just overpowered. Like, at no point should a tank be able to out DPS a damage dealer. That it feels like right now, Dex is pretty much a useless stat. You can put out some good damage and numbers like that, but honestly, I had a buddy, right, that was running bow, and he said, I could put out millions of damage, but I maybe only knocked 3 people on their butt and killed them. Whereas in the previous war, he said, I ran up to the point, did my spin move once or twice, and killed 5 players, which is way more effective than just poking at a mage here and there and never knocking them down. So maybe it's just the speed at which you can melt people, or maybe it's the support from the magic users that are really making the axes feel more powerful. But honestly, either way, I'm a healer, and I used to be able to get on point with heavy gear. Now it seems like I'm back to sitting on the back line and praying. Although this last war, honestly, they had a really good strategy, and I didn't have to worry about which line was the front and which line was the back, right? They just basically told us, spread out, fight them in the woods, fight them around the point. Don't get on the point until we've killed them and their respawns are staggered, and then jump on the point and mess them up. And just keep them off. Keep swinging with hammers to knock them back. Throw your gravity wells, slow them to the point. If you're a mage, drop as many ice or fireballs on those gravity wells as you can, and just keep them dead. Because that will keep us... I got a sliver of cobalt that looks like a scroll. Fantastic. It will make it so we can actually win this. And they were right. Like, the strategy sounded ridiculous when we walked in there, but the more we seen it working, oh man, I tell you what, it was nuts to see it in action. But that said, I'm looking forward to a good fight the next time we end up against these players, because we were fighting on the yellow side against green in that specific war. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. Now, do I think green still has an opportunity to take that back? Absolutely. There's some really strong green players. There's some green players out there as well that started in purple, went over there and actually picked up their PvP game. Right now it seems like yellow is the strongest PvP company in the group. Green seems to be sort of middle of the road, and then purple seems to be more focused on PvE, because we go on daily chest runs together, and we run out and do bosses together, and then we share resources back and forth. So we're still in the game here. It's just early game, we got to 60 faster than the other factions, and we're able to dominate more areas because we had more players at high level. But now that we have some strong competition in yellow, we're seeing that the benefit of taking it slower and getting the PvP stuff completed. So, like, our server, honestly, right now is really healthy, even though there's a lack of players, right? So we're going to be trying to hopefully convince some players to come back to our server. That way there's a higher number of actives, and maybe we'll be able to pull make this one of the servers that gets merged to, rather than us having to leave and merge with. But it's pretty much all I had to. Oh, jeez. All I had to go over for today. I had a lot of fun discussing this stuff. Is there still problems? Yeah. I don't believe there's too many exploits going around right now. I know they're saying like the Jasper gem is screwed up or something like that, but I don't know whether that's accurate or not. It just feels more powerful than it really is, because Great Axes can swing once and put you to low health. So, at any rate, that's going to do it here for me here today. Appreciate you sticking around this long. If you have, make sure you get in on those giveaways that are going to be down in the description. And, as always, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, stay healthy out there, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.